Hey, Degburn. Hey, Psychobabble. Sorry, I used you guys to talk for a reason to talk to the camera. I just want to get my videos out, but I like to use you guys as an example. I'm not trying to pick on you, but seems like you're there at the moment. So, what do you think? I don't think you boys are doing good, right? So, how do you think Akeem Jeffries is doing? Do you think he sold the American people out to Kevin McCarthy? Do you think he sold the American people out? Do you guys even watch what's going on? Are you too busy checking out what each other's doing? Well, the world's stealing your soul. Nancy Pelosi. How do you think she's doing with God? Like, seriously. Like, here's the thing. This is why I'm so sincere, because I actually believe in God, and I know that there's repercussions for your actions. And no one seems to get that. And I have a heart. No matter the dipshit I think you are. Because the American people, if you guys don't know who the Pelosi's are, like, these are only my opinions and my thoughts. But Paul Pelosi might have a problem. I don't know. You'd have to look into it for yourself. I'm only human. I can be wrong. If I'm human and you guys can't ever be wrong, what are you guys? I don't know. Like, everyone who lies should worry. Anyone like these guys, like my prime minister, your president, his son, like, you guys don't know about the laptop, and you guys would rather talk about each other than the laptop. Do you know what the laptop ties him to? Russia, Ukraine, China. Do you know my prime minister admires China? Favorite country? China. Did you know there's Chinese police in my country right now? Justin probably looking into it. Don't worry, I check it out. It was in the little talkie session things that they do. Seems like they're all over the place. Hey, America, who owns you? Hey, Psychobabble, riddle me this, Batman. You're so smart. Who owns most of the United States? Hey, Psychobabble, where do you guys get the supplies for your weapons? China. Are you low on supplies? Just give me a second here. Huh? Are you low on supplies? Maybe. Might want to check that out, Budsky. And now China's doing one Taiwan. You guys know about what's going on over there? Huh? But then again, to me, the Chinese people look like they're putting up a bigger fight than the Americans are. I'd like to try and change that. I mean, the Americans are supposed to be the ones leading the world. I'd like to see them tag team up with Canada and take a knockout to all the bad guys, but I'm silly for thinking things like that. I'm crazy for thinking that we can actually make a change. And you guys can get how many followers? Don't worry, you guys are just spit in the bucket compared to, like, Michael De La Rocha. Think about, like, you ever look into Sadhguru? Like, I don't even know how many people follow that guy. What if he was part of the WEF agenda? You should take a look and see if they're tied in with one another. Don't take my word for it. Check it out for yourself. Can you imagine how many souls is that being guided the wrong, good way? You ever notice how he always speaks in riddles? You think Jesus Christ speaks in riddles? Like he did sometimes, but I think when he spoke to the people, he talked like the people so the people would understand what he said. And what do I know? What do you boys think? You guys believe in QAnon? I haven't really looked into it, so I don't know what it's all about. All I know is Donald Trump's supposed to be part of it. Did you know part of my plan to save the world has to do with Donald Trump? Don't worry, it's not based on craziness. It's based on concrete evidence that I can bring forth to the table because it's on video. I think there's aliens, boys. I think I can prove that. Doesn't that sound weird? Can you imagine making a video saying that? The things I do for God, eh? Yeah, aliens. I think there's aliens. I think God set it up this way so people didn't go in full panic mode. Just in case they pushed the nuclear bombs to go off or something. I don't know, boys. I'm gonna start getting with God. Start believing what I say. I gotta start off small. I don't want to pop off at one time, man. I work this like a snake in the grass, and I'm quite sure there's a whole bunch of other snakes in the grass that are ready to come out and show that they're not snakes. They're wolves. And they're not dressed in sheep's clothing like the ones that are running your lives. We're here to take care of those ones. Would you be brave enough to do that, boys? Huh? Would you? Would you put your life on the line? Don't worry, boys. I keep saying this stuff, and I'm sure there's good parts of you boys, and that's why you justify saying what you say. Your wife's got to put up with your shit for a reason there, Dagburn. There's got to be something there that... It's like you psychobabble. Maybe you think adopting children and treating them good like you should gives you the right to do what you do. Justify the good stuff that you do so you can do the bad stuff. Like I said, it never hurts to question anything. But when you get hatred and you just keep moving on because of the hatred, that's not intelligence, bud. Remember, I do think you got some smarts on you, bud. Unfortunately for Dagburn, all he's got is lies, 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 lies. And eventually, someone says a lie about him, and he is fortunate enough to have some girl come to his rescue and show that he's not a liar. I don't know. I wish you guys would wake up. I wish the world would wake up. You know what? These guys here, they're working with Bill Gates. See, you know what Bill Gates is doing? He's writing a little book. It's called Billy and His Manifesting. He writes down all these little scenarios to happen to you. And then he works real hard. He pushes his money and he gets all his little minions to get you to act like they're minions. Meanwhile, they're beating on you and they're laughing. Because like I said, go watch the WEF videos. They tell you what they want to do, boys. They're laughing at you. They're like, are they really this stupid to believe us? It's humiliating that I'm out here in this world and no one else can realize that. Or maybe you two intellectuals can let me know where I'm wrong. Because I like to keep her basic, in case you haven't seen. You like trying.
Moment of transition. As we transition from one Congress to the next. From one
Get to the point.
to the next. From a year
How many people do you think are in big trouble in your country, guys? Like, how many of your congressmen do you think aren't working for you? I mean, like, how do you think? Like, I know Sam Bankman-Fried, he's off on bail. Who paid that bill? How come the American people are not entitled to figure that get that information? It's weird how this world works, but how do you think? Oh, I know Sam's getting away with it, and he's at home with mommy and daddy in their $50 million mansion, and how do you think he's really doing in life? How do you think the fun and games are going to go when you have to realize that Jesus Christ is coming? And you did that to so many people, and you have to forgive yourself. You have to be able to forgive yourself before you can ask Jesus for forgiveness. You can't. Sorry, Sam. I don't think it works like, hey, man, I'm going to steal like a gazillion billion dollars, and then I'll ask for Jesus' forgiveness. I don't think it works that way. I think you got to be able to forgive yourself. And that's why I keep trying to warn you guys. Because I don't think it's all as easy as everybody thinks to forgive themselves. When you actually get down to the nitty-gritty of what you did. That's why I'm so scared for, like, my little movie here that I'm going to have where my workplace has to explain why they lied. My friends lied, not because they don't like me, but because they had to keep their jobs, to keep their families going with what they had. And my workplace can still beat on me. It's allowed. It's disgusting. It's disgusting what I could show and they can get away with. And this is the system that's been created for us, and I'm the bad guy for trying to change it. And you guys are the good guys battering back and forth like a bunch of little bitches. If we stopped hating one another and started maybe getting to know each other instead of the characters that you're creating to get some views, when you know, like, you guys know when you're lying. And then sometimes I don't know if you know you're lying because you have so much hatred built up. Someone didn't pay you enough attention or something. I don't know. Hey, man, if you can prove something and you make a big enough stink about it, I'll pop my head out to say, it ain't true, or, hey, bud, you're right. I'm sorry. You're right. But I don't know. I start going on about that QAnon stuff, but yeah. Isn't it funny how I'm supposed to ask Trump a question after I talk to my prime minister? I've done some manifesting myself. I can prove that too. Always kind of kept to the plan. Some of it was weird. Some of it had to change, but you don't always go that easy when you're trying to manifest. It's hard work. Just ask Bill Gates. Think that pandemic was easy to pull off? No. Do you think the Clintons have it easy doing what they do? They're too busy running around trying to protect themselves to actually live life. Or if they mess up, then, I don't know, their friends have problems. Well, Must be a stressful situation to want to always kill yourself around certain individuals, I guess. I don't know. Hey. Psycho. You're pretty good at picking out when people are lying. Let me know when I'm lying, bud, or I might not be telling the truth. I don't want to think this about what's supposed to be the greatest country in the world. I'd rather think of my neighbors as what they say they are. But they become a pronoun. Don't worry, I'm not making fun of you, America. Canada is a pronoun as well. Girls can't have peepees. For science told me so. Or Jesus told me so. Because Jesus is the truth. I'm not gonna bend the truth to make your feelings feel good. If we don't know that the times that we are in are bad times, that we as human beings need to change, and a lot of us that are on our spiritual path should probably try and change it. I'm not saying you have to follow Jesus Christ. I'm not telling you what to believe. I'm telling you, people, that it's time for you to search for your own truth. But search all the information and make sure you know what the truth is before you set your thoughts in stone and decide that nothing's going to break that wall. Because that wall will cost you everything. For nothing. Like we're supposed to be on this earth to have fun. Work hard in our communities, build our communities, but to be able to have fun. I don't think there were supposed to be banks. And if there were, I think the people were supposed to own them. And I think if there was supposed to be a government, they were supposed to be run from people, for the people, right? These people are not for the people. They're for themselves. Look at the money. Look at who contributes. Do you know how twisted your guys' stuff is right now? If I were you guys, I'd look into the Republicans that Sam Bankman-Fried sent money to. Oh. You guys have a good time. I gotta go.